Hi, my name's Erica and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Here on my channel, I love to talk any and everything yarn related, and in today's video, we're going to be reviewing this chenille crochet kit from Michaels. I picked this up the last time that I was there. I've seen quite a few of their crochet kits in store, and they're usually like the weight 4 worsted weight crochet kits, and this was the first time I saw a chenille crochet kit in store, so I don't know if they're newer. It looks like maybe it's been around for a little while, but it was the first time I saw it, and you know, I thought for $10 I wanted to try it out and see if it seemed worth the money or not. I did recently do a Woobles review of if I thought those kits were worth it, and this video is going to be pretty similar, although I'm going to try to keep it a little bit shorter today. We're just going to open this package up, see what's inside. I'm going to make the plushie with you guys, and then I will let you know at the end if I thought that this was worth it. I will give it a rating out of 5 stars. Before I do jump in though, like I mentioned, this was the first time in store that I saw this specific kit. I also saw a few others that I had never seen before, so if you're interested, definitely check out the dinosaur as well as the bunny pattern. Both of those looked really cute and fun to make. I do have my predictions on if I think the hook and the materials are going to be of good quality. My guess is going to be probably not for $10, but let's see before we make that actual statement. So here's what we've got. We've got some stuffing. It is all like almost air vacuumed into this bag right here, which is interesting. I will say the packaging for the Woobles kits was a lot cuter and a lot more intentional, but hey, for $10, can you really complain? I don't think so. This crochet hook is what it comes with, and I've never crocheted with a hook like this. It comes with 2 actually, in 2 different sizes, and then with a needle and a stitch marker. And then it looks like it also comes with the instructions here. I mean, this is a pretty good amount of yarn for $10, especially given that it comes with everything else that you need too. But it comes with 3 little tiny skeins of this white fluffy yarn, and it's really soft. And then it's got the 2 skeins of this brown. Hi, buddy. Got cats. They love when I open things up. They just want to be so involved, don't you? All right, bye. And then it also comes with a white skein of yarn and then the 2 little scraps for the face details. And it looks like it actually came with 2 needles, which is interesting. One came in the skein and then one came in this little bag. Not sure what to make of that, but let's get started on making this lamb, and I will check in once I have made some progress. I'm actually back because I started to read the instructions and found this kind of weird. It says, do not pull in the yarn as it may break. Do not rip out or frog the yarn. It will shed and break. So I don't know what you're supposed to do if you make a mistake. Hopefully they've provided enough yarn for you to start over, but what do you do if you have to frog? Do you have to start the entire thing all over? I think that's kind of weird. Let's test that out. Let's see what it looks like if we just do a chain and then try frogging it. While I'm working this up, I am really nervous actually now that everything is out of the bag, because I don't know why I chose this project. I am pathetic at crocheting with fluffy yarn and having to feel my stitches. It's not something that I am very proficient at, so I think that was kind of an interesting choice, but let's just see how it goes. Why? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so just working up this swatch, initial thoughts. I don't hate the crochet hook. It's not bad. Yes? It might just be the combination with this yarn. I thought it would be worse than the Woobles crochet hook, but honestly, I don't mind it at all. It's not bad. It's gliding, it's not getting stuck, it's not hard to pick up my stitches, so far so good. Okay, let's see the frogability test though now, because what do you want? Oh my gosh. But yeah, let's do the frogability test and see if this yarn should truly not ever be frogged, because I think that's kind of strange. So here we go. Oh, it's really not bad. That was not as bad as I thought. I think that they might be over preparing you for what you might encounter, because that was really not any worse than frogging other yarns. Maybe it's, again, probably the same written like blurb on each of them, and maybe the other chenille yarn is hard to frog, but I haven't really come across a yarn that I have been completely unable to frog as a chenille yarn. Oh, also, it looks like they also do give you instructions for how to yarn over, how to do a chain, how to do a magic ring, a slip stitch, a single crochet, an increase, and a decrease. We have made every effort to ensure that the provided instructions are accurate and complete. We cannot, however, be responsible for human error or variations on individual workmanship. That's fair. They can't really control how our plushies turn out, right? All right, I'm super excited. Let's get into making this. I have already completed a majority of the body, and this is what it's looking like. And I am loving this yarn, actually, and I am so pleasantly surprised by this hook. I have not hated crocheting with this at all. It has actually been really easy to crochet with. And the funny thing is, they don't say what the size of this hook actually is in the directions. It's just a large blue hook, small blue hook. So I don't know exactly what size this is, but the other thing that's amazing about Mochi, about fluffy yarn, is that you don't exactly have to be precise with where you're placing your stitches, and so that's how I was able to work it up so quick. I just kind of like stuck it in wherever I thought it would work, and it worked out. It came out to be the right shape. Mochi, please. Come here. I don't know if you've had your intro yet, actually. This is good timing. Say hi, this is Mochi. Okay. This is turning chaotic. All right. Now the other one's at it. Done with the body. Now moving on to working with the polyester yarn is what they're calling this. I was just calling it worsted weight yarn, and the little blue hook. So let's see how this works up. This is very much just reminding me of like their standard acrylic from Loops and Threads, but I must say I'm pretty happy with the amount of yarn that they give you for the low price of $10. And again, these hooks, I don't hate. Might keep them, might use them. Gonna have to figure out what their size is, and it's okay because I have a little tool that tells you how like you can put it in the hole and see what the size is meant to be, but it's always good to have some extra hooks on hand in different materials just in case you need them, because different yarns work well with different hooks. Okay, let's see how this yarn works up. I have worked up the arm, and this is what it's looking like so far. And I forgot how much I liked how Amigurumi looked in a smaller weight yarn, because I'm always making it in super bulky weight yarn. And I, again, am loving this hook still, and I think part of it is how long the handle is now thinking about it. I have to say, though, I am having such a hard time. My nails have grown out way too much, and last time I got them done, I, for some reason, didn't get them cut shorter, and they are, like, longer than I like to have them, and it is making this so hard because it's so small, and I am just having a real hard time. I'm back, and I've got all of the parts crocheted here. It's actually a couple days later, but I just put on the same sweatshirt for continuity's sake, but just a little secret. I did not complete all of this in one day. It's actually been a couple days, but I'm finally to the point where I can start seaming everything together, so I'm excited to do that, and then I have to embroider on the face. Before we start seaming, though, they did give me this little plastic darning needle. I just know I don't like this one. I have the metal one, so I will probably use that one because it's curved, just because that is my preference. But of course, if you're in a pinch or you don't have anything else, this totally does work. So let's get to seaming this on, and then we'll wrap up with the final thoughts. Looking like a little mushroom so far. I am not really following directions, by the way. I'm just kind of going for it. Okay, this is turning out a lot cuter than I even expected it would, honestly. I will be honest, when I was starting to sew everything on, and it looked like a mushroom on the head. I was not entirely sure where we were going with it, but I think it looks really cute so far. The sewing instructions are a little vague. It just says sew in place, so I definitely see that this is a intermediate advanced pattern, but all in all, so far, it's been pretty simple to do. I just have to add the pink ribbon to the head, and then I need to figure out how I'm going to embroider on the face details. Now, what's kind of interesting is if you look on the box, that to me looks more like embroidery floss or thread, and what they've given me is acrylic worsted weight yarn. So I don't know how that's exactly gonna look, and then when I look on the back too, that does look like a different kind of yarn than the rest of them. So I don't know if that was a mistake, but we're just gonna go ahead and use what they gave us. Final reveal of Lilly the Lamb. Here she is. I think that she turned out really adorable, and if you compare it to what was on the box originally, it looks pretty dang similar if you ask me. The main difference is that I did not do the eyelashes on the eye embroidery, and for the ribbon or the bow, I ended up just cutting some of the pink yarn and tying it into a bow, then gluing it on with fabric glue. The instructions were a little bit unclear and I was having a hard time, but I think that looked just as cute. So let's finish up with my final thoughts and the review out of 5 stars. I have 3 categories, just as a reminder: materials, pattern clarity, and finished product. So for materials, I give this category a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I actually really liked the worsted weight yarn. It's already one that I use. And then the chenille, I would buy again if I knew which one it was at Michaels. I have plenty left over though, so I'm sure I will use that within my scrap yarn projects. The hooks, like I mentioned multiple times, actually shockingly really liked those. It came with everything I needed in the kit to finish this, including the stuffing, stitch marker, darning needle. Now, the only way that I would bump this up to a 5 out of 5 stars would be if they included a metal curved needle, like the one that I used. Now, that could all just come down to personal preference, but I am not a fan of the plastic or the straight needles. So that's the only way that I would have bumped that up to 5 out of 5. But overall, really impressed with the quality of the materials and the amount that they gave because I had plenty left over. Moving on to pattern clarity, I give this category a 4 out of 5. The sewing instructions, a little bit confusing. I wasn't the biggest fan of how the instructions were written out either. They were just a little bit harder for me to comprehend. Again, this could all be personal preference. And then there was not any instructions on how to do the bow or the embroidery on the face. But overall, I do feel like the rating of advanced skill level did match this kit, and anybody who has proficiency within making amigurumi should be able to pretty easily pick this kit up and make their own Lilly the Lamb. And then for the last category of the finished product, I have to give it a 5 out of 5, just based on how she turned out and how similar it is to what's on the box. This category gets all the stars from me. I think she turned out really cute, and I do think that this would make an adorable baby gift, or even the kit a good gift for somebody that does have some crochet knowledge, isn't a brand new beginner, but maybe doesn't always make amigurumi. So 5 out of 5 for the finished product. So my overall rating for this kit, I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think that it's a great value for the price that you're paying. Just a reminder, this kit was only $9.99, and we all know Michaels has coupons very frequently, whether they're 20, 30, 40% off, so you could get this kit for well under $10 depending on when you purchase it. Now, that is effectively a third of the price of a Woobles kit, if not less than that. Of course, you're not going to get the same video tutorials, the same customer service. This is better for somebody that has some experience, but if you are an intermediate crocheter and you wanted to try amigurumi and you're going to supplement it with some free online YouTube tutorials, because there are plenty out there, I do think that you could make this kit work for you. The variety is not going to be as wide as other brands, but if you find one or two that you like making or are interested in trying out, I do think it's well worth the $6 to $10 that you paid for it. But those are my thoughts. I'm going to wrap this review up here. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section down below, or if there's anything else you would like me to review, whether it's kits or crochet gadgets or tools. I'm always interested in hearing what you guys want to see as well. And if you liked this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the future with more crochet related content very soon. Thanks, bye!